make art. And I want to make trouble. Hear me roar.
Who wants to be nice? Who wants to be tame? All of you good guys, they all seem the same.
As you can see in the beginning of this video, the title of this movie is Cruella, which was released in year 2021. There are several main characters that was played in the movie, including Emma Stone, Emma Thompson, Joel Fry, Paul Waterhauser, and Emily Bishop. The movie was set in 1970s in London.
Craig Gillespie is the director of Cruella. The film is set in London during the punk rock revolution in the 1970s. Estella, a juvenile thief, is played by Emma Stone. She aspires to be a fashion designer, but her days are spent as a thief. When Estella's fashion sense draws the attention of Baroness von Hellman, which played by Emma Thompson, a fashion iconic, the relationship puts in motion a change of events that would lead Estella to embrace her weak side and become a Cruella de Vil.
Grubby girl, get me lunch. Soy salmon, lemon zest risotto, cucumber sliced into 2-inch diagonals at 1/8 of an inch width, sprinkled with 7 leaves of parsley, shredded, not torn. Right.
For the analysis, as an employer, Baroness addresses her staff, which is Stella, with an inappropriate term. Next, the effects of first scene. If you address people in an inappropriate manner, it will make them feel uncomfortable and may lead to misunderstandings. Other than that, for the recommendation, when conversing with someone, demonstrating consideration for others through manners, speech, and behavior. Last but not least, the application of theory. As a result, Baroness as an employer should address her employees properly, whether by name or rank.
As the department stores that stock your range, we thought perhaps we could give you some input. Feedback.
Oh, great. I'll start, shall I? My feedback. Lunch. Now. Oh, finally. Someone competent.
Whoa.
And someone not. This is my lawyer, Roger. Although he spends most of his time playing piano in a dingy little bar, actually, he's a good lawyer.
For the analysis, Estella's lack of etiquette is demonstrated in this scene, when she doesn't knock on the door before entering the Baroness' room. Next, the effects of second scene, she doesn't treat others with respect or professionalism in the workplace. The recommendation: avoid opening doors without knocking first to demonstrate consideration for others' privacy. And the application of theory, Estella should knock on the door before entering the room to show basic working etiquette and respect the Baroness' privacy.
You keep saying you got something for me, something you call love, but confess you've been a messin' where you shouldn't have been a messin', and now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
I just can't leave you looking like that. Be cruel.
Yeah. You keep lying when you ought to.
Why
don't you go to sleep in a window?
Further analysis, Estella's unethical and inappropriate behavior is depicted in this scene. She stole the booze and destroyed the mannequin which belonged to the corporation. Next, the effects of third scene. She was fired from her job because she gave a negative impression of herself and tainted the company's reputation. The recommendation. The reputation of the company with whom an ethical person works should be preserved. Then, application of theory, Estella should comply with her boss' request to clean up his room without touching any stuff. She should maintain the greatest possible image of herself and avoid blending her personal and professional lives.
Sir, I just wanted to say I really am a dab hand with the needles. For alterations can use anything.
Why are you talking and not cleaning? Did you do all the bathrooms according to the regulations I gave you? Soap, water, mop, bleach, polish.
I did.
In that order?
Yes. But alterations, you wouldn't regret it.
The scene shows the status difference between Estella and Gerard, where Estella as a worker and Gerard as a boss. Gerard looks bossy around Estella, like he asked Estella do all the cleaning even though she was already complete the task. Gerard was so annoyed with Estella's interruption and just shut the door on her without listening to what she wants to talk about. Even though Gerard was never listening to her, she does not give up to recommend herself, who is skillful in using a needle to show her determination and interest in altering the design. For recommendation, as a boss, Gerard should give Estella a chance to talk and give a feedback to her suggestion rather than being bossy and shut the door on her. This action can show Gerard's professionalism in the workplace as a boss. The application of theory in this incident is politeness theory, where Gerard shows a negative face that shows authority towards Estella. This behavior can make Estella become bold and disrespect him as a boss. So, in this case, Gerard should apply positive face when talk to his employee to maintain a positive relationship between an employee and a boss.
She wants you. Hurry up. Come on.
Ah, here she is. Late. Grab a pad.
Excuse me. Fashion fact. The pinnacle of every London fashion year is the spring collection. Excuse me.
My spring collection.
Unpunctuality was shown in this scene where Estella as an employee coming late to work when Baroness need her in a meeting. Because of this incident, Baroness and other employees need to wait for her. That makes the meeting started a little bit late. As an employee, Estella should come early and be prepared for the meeting because this action can prove her determination and sincerity towards her interest in this field. This scene also applies politeness theory where Baroness showed a negative face when Estella late for a meeting. It can affect the whole meeting and the mood in the workplace. But fortunately, Baroness made it impersonal. She just focused on what she wants to say rather than yelling at Estella for being late. In addition, Baroness should give an advice to Estella personally so that she cannot repeat the same mistake in the future.
So she works here?
Oh, no. She was fired. Yeah. We try to give these wretches a chance, but, breeding. Need I say more?
So she doesn't work here?
I'm not convinced I know.
You're sweating and I can smell you.
Brilliant, thank you.
You, grubby girl.
Yes?
Jeffrey Card.
Cold.
You're hired. This address, 5 a.m. Don't be late.
Dave.
In this scene, showed that Baroness want to hire Estella as her designer after looking at the dress on the mannequin that Estella altered using the newspapers, even though Gerard downgraded Estella without knowing her specialty. As a result, Estella accepted the offer happily, while Gerard was annoyed at Estella because Baroness hired Estella as one of her designer. One thing that needs to improve in this scene is the way Baroness hired Estella. Baroness should ask the staff to let go Estella's hand first and then give the business card by hand, not the teeth. The theory that was applied in this scene is mental model of communication that was portrayed in Baroness. She decided to hire Estella after looking at Estella's work that altered the dress on mannequin using the newspapers. This showed that Baroness made her decision using her mind thoughts because she sees a talent on Estella.
Shimi? How would you have done it? I think you're... something.
The Baroness said she thinks I'm something.
Further analysis, the scene demonstrates that despite saying it indirectly, Baroness praises Estella's work. After Baroness' request was sketched into Estella's drawing, she asked Estella to add her own flair and indirectly complimented Estella as she was impressed. Baroness showed a good quality that a leader should have, which is creating a culture of celebration where she complimented on Estella's work even it was indirectly said. The effect is Estella was happy to hear the praises that she can't help but to smile. As the scene showed earlier, Estella feels appreciated as she tells the event to her late mother. Appreciation gestures have a positive effect on a person, which allow them to improve and grow. For the recommendation, as an employer, practicing a culture of celebration more frequently can help to motivate and boost employees' motivation. Compliments would boost Estella's confidence, increase productivity of her work, and maintaining a growth mindset. The application of theory, as for the result, Baroness should give her employees more praises. This could help her employees to work more efficiently. She should embrace the words of encouragement by complimenting and appreciating her staff work instead of talking down to them.
I need 10 pieces that work by 3 a.m. Go.
Further analysis, the scene portrays the loyalty of Baroness workers toward her. After Baroness rejecting all the staff works, Baroness asked them to do their sketches again and to submit the sketches by 3 a.m. Despite the nonsense order, all the staff are very compliant and loyal to her. The effect is the workers straight away went to their workstation as soon as the discussion ended without any complaints. The reasons they did not complain and protest is because they want to seek validation from Baroness and want to leave a significant impression as Estella did. As for the recommendation, her employees should be bolder in taking risks and speak up their mind in a proper manner. In that case, Baroness will know that her order is absurd. Baroness as a leader should listen and consider every word for her staff. As for the application of theory, this shows that the staff has a good non-verbal communication, which is body language. This includes facial expression, gestures, posture, and tone of voice. It is normally done instinctively rather than consciously.
Unhinged. Well, you're fired. Pasty, pasty, pasty. Why are you speaking?
I think you've nicked me.
Fabrics? You give me a red like that.
For the analysis of the unprofessional leadership, this scene shows how unprofessional Baroness is. She gave discouraged comment toward her employees and fired one of them. She hurt Estella and did not concern about the cut she has made. Baroness was being unfair by firing one of the staff because his work did not satisfy her preferences. The effect is this behavior makes the employee lose respect towards their employer. In the long run, all of Baroness employees might quitting their job despite the encouragement they had to face. As for recommendation, Baroness should serve as a role model to her employees. She should be concerned and taking care of her workers as a family since they all work together. She should do a discussion regarding her preferences and at least give the staff another chance to fix his mistake. The application of the theory is Baroness should set a good example by rejecting their ideas politely and share the opinion on how to make it look better. This will make all the staff present their work well according to her preferences, and they also do not have to repeat the same thing for many times.
In our opinion, Cruella has numerous life lessons and moral values that can be adapted in our daily life. The movie Cruella portrays many challenges that we might encounter or face in the workplace. From the scenes that we have shown earlier, we can find the offensive languages used in the movie, the inappropriate behavior shown, unethical working attitude, words of encouragement used, non-verbal body languages, unprofessional leadership behavior, unpunctuality, status difference, and also complimenting to employee. In order to achieve a healthy working environment, both staff and leaders need to practice a professional ethics and a positive attitude, such as leaders giving instructive comments, respect each other, and also helping each other. This positive behavior will help the workers to improve their working environment, and it will be a good place to grow.